Ali and Andy with you this Tuesday, the 29th of April, just gone 9 a.m. Could this really be the season where Arsenal win the Champions League for the first time ever?
I think Arsenal can win the Champions League, mate.
Do me a favour.
Hear me out.
Do me a favour. What are you going on about?
Just out with the header, chucks it away. That's number 5 for Arsenal. Sporting 1, Arsenal 5.
They're a match for anyone, because I do believe Arteta has created structures there that make them one of the best teams without the ball.
PSV 1, Arsenal 7.
Arsenal 1, Real Madrid 0. What a free kick. Declan Rice.
I wouldn't put it past Arsenal to win the Champions League.
He's done it again. Arsenal 2, Real Madrid 0. Declan Rice at the double.
Arteta completely schooled Ancelotti. And that's something I don't think I'd ever thought I'd say. Completely schooled him.
Real Madrid have been beaten. Not only are Arsenal going through, but they've won it on the night. Gabriel Martinelli. Arsenal put Real Madrid away.
Incredible opportunity. I mean, we are here to make people happy, to create history, and now we have to take the opportunity and make it happen.
Okay, so a run to the semis, include a 5-1 and 7-1 thumpings away from home. Some brilliant results, actually, to Sporting and at PSV. A group stage that saw them lose just once and finish behind only to Liverpool and Barca. Then that statement win, and it was that, over Real Madrid in the quarter-finals. I've got to say, attention now turns to PSG tonight at the Emirates, with the Gunners hoping to reach the final for the first time in 19 years. Right, we're going to get thoughts of a man who knew what it was like to lift a trophy or two with the Gunners. A very good morning to 4-time league champion, 3-time FA Cup winner, and he threw in a European Cup Winners' Cup too. Lee Dixon. Lee, a very good morning, mate. How are you this morning?
Morning. Who are you again? What's your name?
I know, but he killed me, didn't he? Lee, do you know those punters up and down? See my phone already, Lee. I mean, all the boys have been on. They're ecstatic. They're ecstatic that I've been humbled. I have been humbled in talkSPORT breakfast.
There's a few from me on there as well. So,
right, Lee, tell me, just tell me the significance and the importance of this fixture tonight. How will the Arsenal players be feeling? The supporters, Arteta, everybody.
Well, I think any semi-final, and you'll both know that there's a different type of nerves going on in your body, because the final's just round the corner. You're so close to getting to a big event like that. They'll be nervous, and they should be. It's a huge game, but I think when you get nervous like this, certainly it helped me is to just have a look. They say that never look back, but I always find that having a little look over your shoulder about what body of work you've done to get there is always a really good thing to, even looking at videos and going back and just watching the game against Real Madrid again and just getting that feeling in your body again before you then go out, because it's quite easy to let the occasion get to you. I mean, the Emirates against Real Madrid, I've great credit to Mikel Arteta to be able to, because it was toxic not that long ago, that stadium. To bring it back to where it is now and what it's going to be like tonight. I'm very lucky. I'm going to the game as a fan tonight, so I can't wait to get there. And he's done all that. Him and his team and the club have created an environment that gives the players a platform to be able to go and do the best. And that takes me back to Arsene Wenger. That was his strength, really, the ability to put the players into a place, both physically and mentally, that got the best out of every single one of them. And it's such a big game, and very exciting to be going.
Without Thomas Partey, Lee, we're all assuming obviously it'll be Declan, Martin Odegaard, maybe Mikel Merino in there alongside those as a three, and Leandro Trossard up front. He's done really well, Mikel Merino, when he's played up front. Look, Trossard has always had a wonderful knack of pinching really important goals. He's very, very good at that. But, I mean, is there any other way he might start with Merino up top?
No, I was listening to you talking about, and that's the team I wrote down. I thought, that's because the midfield's going to be really important. We know how good they are in that area. Yeah. And Trossard, as you quite rightly say, he's got a knack to getting important goals and nicking a goal here and there from the left, or even down the middle. So I think he'll go with Merino in midfield. I think Partey's a big miss. He was kind of like a bit of the forgotten man, and he wasn't in the team. And then he's come in and he's done a really good job, because it just releases Declan to go a little bit further forward. I think Declan quite likes that sort of advanced role, the little breaking into the box.
Getting better at it, isn't he?
What's that?
He's getting better at it.
Yeah. You know, those from midfield, those runs, they seem like they're easy runs, because you're not on the ball, somebody else has got it, and you go, I'll just make a run. But it's all about the timing of it, and he's really got a knack of. There's nothing worse than a back four having a midfield runner, because you think you've got all your men, and you see somebody just break from the midfield, and you're like, and you're looking around going, have you got him? I've got. Where's it? You know, and all of a sudden he gets half a yard, and you know, his free kicks were in the last round were absolutely unbelievable. I've never seen 2 free kicks from a free kick taker go in the top corner so well.
Dicko, tell me, mate, I mean, as brilliant as Arsenal were in both games against Real Madrid, and I thought it was terrific, I really did, home and away, is this a tougher tie? Because what we've seen, and I know the Arsenal boys know a lot about PSG already, but recent form would suggest that PSG look the real deal.
Yeah, I agree. I think when they got past Real Madrid, and I thought PSG would be a tougher attack. I know Villa did really well against them in spells, but I think they're more of a team than Real Madrid, and Real Madrid are more of the individual. And I think on their day they can obviously smash everybody, Real Madrid, with the quality they've got. But I just think the PSG seem really together, and they've got different problems. They're posing different problems. The 2 fullbacks you've talked about already, they saw them against Villa both score, and they get so high. I mean, I think it's going to be different tonight, because they've got arguably a bigger task on marking Saka, and away from home as well. That's a different way to play, and it'd be interesting to see. I think I was interested to when you're naming your 3 to watch out for.
Yeah,
and I was in agreement with you, but I also think that Lewis-Skelly's got a massive job tonight, because that lad, I'd never, we talk about Trent, and I'm a big fan of Trent, obviously. He plays a different way. This kid does as well. He drives that team from that left back inside midfield left position like no other kid I've seen. He is an exceptional talent, and I think he could really have a big play tonight.
I actually couldn't believe. I mean, I thought Declan Rice, frankly, was unbelievable both games. I thought he was sensational in the Bernabeu, but I couldn't believe that young man's performance in Spain.
No, I mean, he's just got no. I mean, I know when you're a youngster, you don't really have any fear, but then after a while, it normally kicks in after the initial debuts, and you go on a bit of a run, and then fear normally, you start thinking about what you're doing. This lad's getting better. The more he thinks about the game, he's getting even better. And he's still, wet behind the ears. I can't, as a fullback, I can see all the really good stuff in him. And he's still got a lot to learn. But on the ball and his runs and his ability to do that almost Gaza-like push on the defender to get away from him, that's something natural for him. He just does it, and I tried 15 years to try and get that in my game, but I couldn't do it, and he's just got it like that. It's a natural thing for him.
Yeah. One thing, Lee, that I've seen creep into with a lot of defenders nowadays is hitting the floor to try and get a cheap free kick to break the play up and get. And now he does that a fair bit, Myles, Lewis-Skelly. He'll sort of put his body in, he gets a little nudge, down he goes to get a free kick when he feels it suits him, if he's running into a bit of trouble. I do worry sometimes one of these days, one of these defenders is going to do that and the ref ain't going to give it.
No, I absolutely agree with you. And I think, you talked about Declan Rice earlier, and somebody else rang in about leaders and stuff. And it's not always down to the manager and the coaches to have a little word and everything. But I think Declan plays a big part in that team, in just nudging round and saying the odd thing to people. And just, he had a go at him when he did the celebration. You saw him running back to the halfway line when he sat there doing the Haaland thing. And you could see him having a little, I don't know what he was saying, but to me, the body language just said, yeah, get yourself back. Yeah, well done. And I think Declan will probably, hopefully, just have a little word in his ear. I mean, he gets free kicks, like you said, but now and again, he just does it a little bit too much. And I think that's something a senior pro can have a word with him about.
Good shout.
Well, listen, Dicko, unlike, I don't know if you heard Jeffrey, the Spurs fan, unlike Jeffrey, the Spurs fan, Andy and I are with you all the way, mate. You enjoy it. You enjoy it, pal. Fingers crossed you enjoy your
it tonight,
night.
mate.
Cheers, Fred.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.